Hello. So today I'm going to be discussing how efficient are different types of water filters and also determining which filter is the best in terms of price as well as performance. So to start off, how did water filters first come about? Well, in 1627, scientist Sir Francis Bacon failed an experiment about water filtration, which intrigued him to learn more about water filtration and how it worked. But soon later, in 1827, Sir Francis Bacon didn't actually figure out how water filtration worked, but a different group of scientists named Henry and John Newton, they created the first water filter to eliminate harmful bacteria from drinking water. So, typical water filters are designed with three layers: a gravel layer, a sand layer, and a charcoal layer with a cheesecloth at the bottom. And they work by starting with the gravel layer, which catches the large amount of debris such as bugs and twigs. And then the sand layer catches the smaller particles, which makes the water look clean. And then the bottom layer, which is the charcoal layer, gets rid of the remaining bacteria as well as other chemicals. And the addition of the cheesecloth helps with the water filter being a cost-effective approach to in reducing contamination of water as well. So, so what are the impacts of water filters? Well, consumers who utilize water filters end up paying less for water instead of buying it from another source over and over again. So, which makes water filters very economical, and less time is spent by consumers to retrieve clean drinking water. And overall, along with the ability to eliminate bacteria, consumers may not realize it, but they are being a part of the quota to help save the environment by using water filters. And so, with all that in mind, we still have to answer the question about what water filter is the best, which means we would have to be test certain water filters. So, how did we do that? Well, we used a device called a Fisher Scientific Acumet AP75 data meter to analyze which water filters utilize the best filtration systems. And to determine which filter is the best, we had to figure out the ppm, which is recognized in parts per million, and we discovered that the smaller the parts per million value, the better the water quality was for each filter. So when we did that and we looked at our testing results, sorry, not the test results, but as far as what filters we tested four filters: the Brita filter, the IKT filter, the Zero filter, which was one of the more expensive filters that we tested, as well as the Naki filter. And so after we tested all those filters, we see that the Brita filter, for all the filters, we did each filter at least 3 times. We tested each filter 3 different times. And we see that for the Brita filter, for each test, it filtered out about around 15 parts per million of the bacteria that's in water. The IKT filter gained some filtration, and the Zero filter filtered out about 170 parts per million of water filtration, which is a lot. And the Naki filter, similar to the IKT filter, it gained some filtration as well. So seeing that the Zero filter filtered out everything, or filtered out a lot of the bacteria down to single digits, we can see that as far as performance goes, that this filter would be the best filter out of the four that we tested. However, one of the interesting things that we noticed was that the zero filter was one of the more expensive filters of the filters that we chose, and it filtered out the most bacteria, while the other three filters that were cheaper, they filtered out a lot less. However, like all the filters were rinsed once except for the IKT filter, which was rinsed 3 times, which could lead to a margin of error as not every filter was tested the exact same and rinsed the same way, which could be a manipulation that we could have worked on a lot during testing, which could increase the chance of accuracy for our results. But overall, like the more expensive product, which is the zero filter, ends up being the best as far as from a performance aspect, and it still filtered out the most water. So yeah, overall, like it's better off for consumers to pay a bit more, know that they get a superior product, and knowing that they're gonna utilize it and get the most out of it. So yeah, and here's some work. We're excited, and yeah, thanks for watching.